Yo, ignite. Literally a lighter. Mito's brain is fried. Yup. Mito's fried, absolutely. Sure, Mob is so far the most powerful person as the MC with his psychic power, sure. But I think Mob's true strength and true superpower is his self-discipline, self-control. It's amazing. Hello friends, welcome back to episode 10. I mean, last week's episode was pretty action-packed, but I feel like the true showdown will happen in this episode. And can we talk about Mob's just ability to learn on the spot by expanding his skill sets and techniques? Of course, Teru did the same thing, but Mob's just on a different level. Anyway, Attack Nation Zero, Helix Seed, and Jin Ichimaru are their founding sponsors here. Thank you so much, and shout out to every single YouTube family and patron families out there. Sit back, and I hope you enjoy. All right.
それじゃあ進むか。ここからはバラバラだ。
I mean, it was mainly Ma, but yeah, I mean, Dimple was just there, and Taro did some work, but let's be honest, it's largely Mob carrying the team. Mob, how's your back from carrying the team, huh? The Awakens. Episode 10, the heinous aura, masterminds. Oh, is this about the division leader or the boss? Will the boss appear in this episode? No, right? Because it's just the 7th division. We'll see. I'm excited to witness Mob's growth with his psychic power.
いつかこんなガキの部下にされちめ。
ああ、ガキといえば。
So these are the trainers and prison guards who don't have psychic ability and who haven't been awakened. Interesting. So I guess the technology that Claw mastered, according to what Teru shared, it's not a guaranteed manufacturing of their ability. I'm guessing even though they've mastered the technology, awakening is not guaranteed, and it still requires some sort of a genetic predisposition that allows them to be awakened. So if they have nothing, I guess this technology and this manufacturing doesn't work because they have nothing. So I'm guessing these are what the trainers are. They have 0 genetic markers, and they don't have any genetic disposition that allows them to be awakened through this technology that they have.
本部から派遣された研修生の話。
Created by HQ. You see that? They're created. Again, that begets the question. Can they just create like a human clone? Even if they have nothing, or even with this created awakened child, it still requires the baseline of genetic dispositions. I'm just curious. Never thought I'd be talking about genetics and epigenetics and genetic markers in this show, but hey, here we are. It makes sense, right? What is psychic power? It's a part of your genetics, and of course, biology plays a role. Are you saying a normal kid survives that in crazy awakening experiments? So I guess they could just truly manufacture, even if they have nothing within. Interesting. I wonder if my questions will be answered.
俺も本部で実験受けてみて。
やめとけ。お前じゃ死ぬぞ。だけな。
Well, I guess there's some oldies. I hope that's not a disrespectful terms, but yeah, some oldies in this room who are still at the bottom of the totem pole, as they're saying. They're still like the trainers, prison guards, because they have no power. And I guess they're just foot soldiers, literally. They're just like guards because they have no power. And I guess all they can do is instill fear and train newly adopted kids in preparation for Muto or anyone else to sort of brainwash them to hypnosis and other propaganda. But yeah, the fact that there's oldies here means they've been here doing this for a long time, and they still are not prioritized, or they're still at the bottom of the totem pole because they have no power. In a sense, isn't that like a microcosm for classism, and social stratification. That some people will be, whether it's claw in terms of the, or scars in terms of the upper echelon within the within the shadow organization that we call claw, or in real life. Certain folks are within the upper echelon, right? Because of stratified social status, socioeconomic status, classism, and so on. And, you know, there's a saying in a lot of areas. It's not really about is it right or wrong, but the fact that there's a saying that it's no longer about racism, black versus white, but it's about green, color green. What is green? Money, right? It's about classism. It's about social class. It's about socioeconomic status, more so than racism and or skin colors. But of course, racism still exists. But I think the true, the greatest ultimate societal illness is the classism divide, the classist divide. But in that sense, here, it's not about the socioeconomic status, but it's about classism of power, psychic power, or lack thereof. Interesting social commentary. 20 years as a lackey. They even have a saying called lackey who lack. Oof, 20 years, man.
おいおい何勝手なことしてんだお前ら
Now you notice?
さすがにバレた。
教育係はどうした
倒した。
こんなガキ相手に情けねえな俺たちがやめとけゲンさんなんで
あれ、意外だ。いいんですか？
いいけ
それはありがたい。後ろ。
Jin-san. Gen-san.
力者とノーマルの人間には天と地ほどの力の差がある。1と10じゃねえ、0と10なんだ。
Not wrong.
一度で覚醒しなければ望みは皆無だよ。
マジか。
If you don't awaken the first time, interesting. I wonder if that's a pattern. Just is that experience from his past, Gen-san's past, or is that like an actual law, like natural law? I mean, this is way above my pay grade. There's no psychic powers for me to study or read upon, you know what I mean, in peer-reviewed research. But I guess what I'm taking is the different attitude from different people. When you feel like there's nothing you can do, and when you feel hopeless, when the circumstances are seemingly outside of your control, whether it's being awakened or not, I think it's fascinating psychologically how some people, they're able to uphold this optimistic attitude no matter how dire the circumstances may feel. And some people, they're more cynical, pessimistic. And I'm not talking about this experiential gap or this gap of experience, because obviously Gen-san, he has 20 years of hopelessness and living as a lackey, using his words. And some of these youngins, the new trainers, are new. So I'm not talking about the years in their experience. I'm just talking about the attitude psychologically. And I think that's interesting. And it's not just about the varying degrees of how dire one's circumstances may be, because they've done a lot of psychological research out there. Even when we control the circumstances in a more controlled study setting, some people just are able to uphold more optimistic, and some people are more prone or have the propensities to be more negative or to be more cynical. And how much of that is genetics and how much of that is epigenetics, which is the nurturing versus nature, we will never know. But I still think it is an interesting highlight to see humans' varying degreed abilities to have different sort of outlook and attitudes in light of something we view as challenging. I think that's interesting.
じゃあ俺たち一生下っ端かそんなんでいいのかよゲンさん
今はそう我慢するだけ
Wait
だ。
and endure.
革命を起こすその日まで。
Wait and endure. What a realistic usage of words. I feel like a lot of us, because of it, again, because of circumstances outside of our control, all we can do is wait and endure. And I guess that's his attitude for Gen-san. I think this group of people, the lackeys, the bottom trainers within the shadow organization, I think they're the same group of people as those people who are helpless with smile cults. Sure, they're not in a cult. They're in this shadow organization led by the boss and other powerful ESPers. But nonetheless, for them lackeys, they still feel helpless. They still lack that inner strength. So what do? They can only hope, wait, and endure until they take over and dominate the world. And they'll reap the rewards. Do you see that? They're the same. They're one and the same psychologically.
おやおやおやおや
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
こいつはなん
yeah.
か見つけちまったみてえだな
Alright,
いつ
Captain
たちの
Obvious.
監禁場所か
Just regular trainers.
侵入者かと思ったら守衛係じゃねえか。何をうろついてるんだ。
Oh, these are the awakens.
ちょっとな迷っちまったんだ俺は方向音痴でな
ちゃんと仕事しなよ。
止まれ。おめえ偽物だな。
部屋を見せろってんだよ
Small fries. Whoa.
一人一人はザオの力を合わせればなかなか
耐えてみるか。
だがやっぱり
Dimple-sama. Whoa. Alright, Dimple.
この部屋には
There's levels, huh?
何
There's
があるの
levels.
かな
ここは覚醒実験の間。
拷問じみた器具も見えるんだ
Jeez, they said that experiencing pain is one way to be awakened. Ah, I guess so far that tracks because Ritsu was able to be awakened because of his inferiority complex, envy, the pain of shame, self-loathing. And we know Mob's power is also associated with his emotions. And obviously pain and emotion, they're related. So I guess so far that tracks with what's been established. But they said that it's only one way. What's other ways to awaken your power?
いい線いってるじゃねえか
Dimple
でもまあ
agrees.
結局そんな辛い思いお前らは筋トレに励んだ方が効率いいんだよ
Big Body Improvement Club. Oh, someone from
私のもの
Scars.
にならない。大切に飼ってあげる。
Matsuo.
俺様を飼うって
Oh, he knew he was a ghost right away. Oh, so that means he's already pretty powerful. I mean, he's part of the elite force.
なんかやべえの来た
Oh. He reeks of psychic power.
ここまで連れてこいっつっただろうが。いや、ですから自力で出し
They escaped.
決して嘘では。
そうですか。やれやれ。彼らの真似は性に合わないけど、隠した相手には有効に。
I don't like to. Oh, so Teru was imitating the bullies, huh? I'm dead. Or delinquents. I mean, Teru just looks so pure. I love it. His transformation is one of my favorite arcs in the series so far.
油断したな
Yo, ignite. Literally a lighter.
僕と戦おうと思えるな。というか、爪のやつらってなんかみんな。
Oh. Yo. Another elite member. Scars, huh? Yeah, respect. Dang. Miyagawa. Pretty strong. Dang. Yo. Anyone else worried about Teru's hair? This is a very flammable environment for his hair. Oh, Teru, protect your hair at all costs, my guy. Oh. Oh. Yo, he's fast. Dang. I forgot that Claw or Scars are actually pretty strong. They've just been pale in comparison to Mob, but they are strong, right? I'm glad the series still shows us glimpses of their power, because they've been just annihilated and just blown out by Mob in comparison. Oh, wow, good physics. Teru is also pretty strong. It's a lot of Fyro, huh? Oh. What happened? What happened? Huh? Oh.
驚いた。その火傷でまだ動けるなんて。パイロキネシストは体組織の熱に耐性があるのかな。
Yo, he's like Burns pork belly.
僕の勝ちだ。
Shout out to you, Teru. Great. You honorably defended your hair. And you defeated your enemy, your opponent. Nice.
今頃汗がちょっと怖かったな。
Oh no, 2 versus 1.
10年後のお前より強いぞ、俺は。ここで諦めろ。
またまた。
Oh, Muto. Oh no. Dude, 3 versus 1, man. No honor.
どうも、こんばんは。弟を探して、この建物のどこかにいるらしくて。
Mukai.
あ、もうあんたの
Who is this? Tsuchiya, female Bruce Lee?
おもちゃだ。見に行ってくる。急がれ。大した才能だわ。あれだけの数の僕人形を遠隔自動操縦。あんなに生き生きしちゃって。
Immortal armies until your those mannequins are absolutely shattered and vaporized. Let's go, Mob.
敵に回したくないわね。
Well, she's about to get on Mob's bad
よし、
side.
行こう。早く出口を見つけないと。十分上手。
Let's go, Ritsu.
ここは押し通る。
Oh. Oh.
すげえ。超能力者のレベルは大したこと。
Wow, so not only Mob is growing, Teru is growing, so is Ritsu. In a sense, this whole kidnapping experience by Claw is like a training ground for them. Wow. I like this training arc, seeing them develop emotionally, personally, relationally, since we talked about one of the biggest central theme of last episode was relational power versus power by dominance. Here, there's also growth for psychic power. That's great. This truly is a training arc.
ないみたいだ。一人一人が星野くんと同じくらいかな。え、それって。
Hoshino. Hoshino became the new metric of weakness. I'm dead.
方が怖い。
やるじゃん。
Another
確
Scars
かにそい
member.
つらはまだ兵隊。
Show. Oh, no scars. Okay.
さて、何者でしょう。
出た。めんどくさいやつ。僕らは先を急いでるんだ。
Oh. He's pretty strong. Okay.
やべえぞこいつ。
Maybe he's one of the awakens.
もうダメだ。みんな先に行っててくれ。
Alright, Ritsu.
彼は
頭が悪いわけでもないだろ。
さあ、君より強い人を知ってるからじゃない。
Quite a few, actually.
大方そいつが侵入者ってわけか。じゃあお前を餌にしてそいつに合わせて。相変わらず容赦ない。
She's crying.
木くず？向井、人形たちはどうしたの？
Vaporized. Yep. Yep. I love how such melodrama and how dramatic all these upper echelon and Scars members are, but they're just getting annihilated one by one like dominoes falling. Amazing. I love the stark contrast here. And this is also reminiscent of One Punch Man, right? The more grandiose and dramatic the enemies and opponents are, easier the defeat was against One Punch Man. But here, obviously it's Mob, so I love the resemblance there too. Are you violent too? Yo! Oh my gosh. Oh! Wow, Qigong. It is literally female Bruce Lee. I love it. Wow, okay. Okay. Wow. So she uses her psychic ability to enhance her physicality. So many names. Whoa. Dang. Yo. Alright. Good fight scene. Oh my god. That's right, without any build-up. Mob is not like a wizard or a mage. He doesn't need time to summon his cast or spells. It's instantaneous. Pretty OP. Oh my gosh, dude. Mob. You're gonna need plastic surgery after this. Your phone's ringing. Was it intentional?
ここまで来て何を泣いてるんだい？
なんで僕が女の人までやっつけないといけないんですか？
Oh, Mob.
なんだ？
Mob wasn't even trying. He's doing bare minimum to defend himself. He's crying because this is also against his moral principle. Oh, Mob.
師匠が言ってた。
Reagan.
手を挙げるやつがこの世で一番モテないって。
Respect, Reagan.
紳士だね。でも侮辱だよ。私はあんたと対等な戦いを望んでるんだ。
True.
構わず来な。
Respect. In terms of fight and martial arts and combat, she's like, forget about the gender differences. Like, just fight. Fair and square. That's very honorable. Respect, female Bruce Lee. Dimple, what are you doing, dude? Make yourself useful, come on. Whoa. That's cool.
でもなぜその肉体を捨てないの？霊体の方が逃げやすいでしょ？もしかして。
Whoa. Dang. I'm guessing when a ghost is possessing a human body, they don't get harmed, but the physical vessel gets harmed. Yeah, is that how that work with possession? Okay.
てんだろうな。
Oh,
飼い主が自分を守る手段を持ってないからじゃねえ
nice.
か。薄い本丸だな。早い、グッチ、やめちゃ。
Bro, come on, dude. The body, the physical vessel. Oh, Dimple escaped.
勝負は終わりだ。
Ah,
ああだよ。次会った時はぶっ潰す。
nice.
おい、追いなさい。
Good misdirection, Dimple.
私が頼むぞ。
Another misdirection. Yo.
十分だ。ああ、食いしばれ。わっ。
What?
あなたこそ私を甘く見すぎよ。悪霊が2匹だけって誰が言った。
Oh.
まさか腰に巻いてるやつ全部
Wow.
よかろう。私の長気功の前には誰も叶いはしない。
Oh. What
絶対に勝つ。
戦闘モ
Alright.
ードになると顔が変わる
Interesting.
なんで
僕は影山君
He's
を
his
知ってる
mom,
からだ
dude. Yeah.
へ
The stronger you are as an opponent, the more powerful Mob is, and he will absolutely annihilate you. Come on. We don't call it run away. We call it strategic retreat and regroup. That's what you guys need. Scars?
絶頂能力で世界征服なんて不可能だし。
小沢君は宮川に勝ったそんな兄弟
That's interesting. I wonder what Teru's rationale is behind what he said. That you cannot take over the world with psychic powers anyway. Is that because of just sheer quantity, just quantitatively speaking? No matter how powerful ESPers are, at the end of the day, there's obviously nuclear bombs, military, soldiers, governments, and I mean, in terms of sheer quantity, you're no match. That's why almost every superhero shows, movies, they're still like X-Men, right? Classic. They're powerful, but government and the military forces and so on. But of course, is that the perspective Teru has? Or is Teru thinking about more philosophically, on a deeper level, in terms of what he learns and gains from Mob, in terms of this superficial identity, by placing your self-worth and sense of who you are based on externalities like psychic power, accolades, and so on. Is that what he means? Or is he just talking about the unsustainable nature of world domination and ruling through fear? Because that's the thesis last week's episode, as I talked about. Power through relationships, ergo relational power, versus power through fear and control and domination. And it's not about which one's more powerful necessarily. It's just more about which one is more sustainable. Is that the lens that Teru's talking about? But I'm curious to see what he exactly means by you cannot take over the world with psychic power anyway.
力を持っていながらなぜ一般に身を置くの
He's evolved.
夢でも何でもない。
We are special beings, and that's reality, not a dream. That was the paradigm that Teru used to uphold before his reawakening after being defeated by Mob. We are special. And again, that only holds if you're the most special person. But even if you're the most special person, the most powerful person with psychic ability, eventually someone else will come along and be more powerful, be more special. That's what genetics are, right? There's infinite variations, and eventually, sooner or later, a smarter person, a better looking person, more powerful person will come along. Eventually. That's how that works, right? That's the cyclical cycle of life. That is the cyclical nature of life. That's the seasonality of life. And for Teru, that rude awakening was Mob. But of course, Mob as the main MC, or as the MC, he is that person that will humble you. And I'm sure all of this will eventually lead towards Mob versus the boss. I mean, it's pretty obvious foreshadowing.
そう思ってるうちは彼には一緒
Another domino is down.
何かやろうとしてたのに すみません。今急いでて。
I know you're trying to do something. Oh my gosh. Mob is like, I'm sorry. I just, whatever you try to do, I didn't even feel it. I just don't have time for this. Sayonara, right? Oh, Mob. It's Mob's ordinary perspective makes him extraordinary in addition to his psychic power. Does that make sense? Ritsu. You found him, Mob?
嘘。い
Oh.
つなの？どうして？ いけないんだ。
Dude, Mob's about to go 100%.
弟が
Oh.
許さない。
Oh. 92%. Oh, Muto. Oh, poor Muto. You're gonna be vaporized, my guy. Muto's gonna go from Muto to permanently mute because he'll be unspeakable. Your hypnosis is not gonna work on Mob, dude. Oh gosh. Oh. Dude, Muto. Why are you doing that to yourself, my guy? Man. Oh no. 100, let's go. While even in this hypnotic state, do you see Mob's just the reserve that he has, the resolution, the willpower, the discipline? He's still constraining his psychic power to try to not meet that threshold for psychic explosion. Because he knows once he enters that 100% or question mark, he's not in control. And he's going to annihilate everything and anyone. So even in this under the hypnosis, hypnotic states, which is Muto's psychic power, his subconscious is still fighting. That is the level of self-constraint Mob has. Sure, Mob is so far the most powerful person as the MC with his psychic power, sure. But I think Mob's true strength and true superpower is his self-discipline, self-control. It's amazing. Goals. Oh, question mark. Rejection. Rejection. Why did it say rejection? Because we saw his psychic explosion was dominated by sadness. Him versus Teru. I'm sure his initial childhood trauma when he hurt Ritsu unintentionally by trying to protect him from the bullies. I think that was probably by anger or something. Here, it says rejection, which is a part of emotion, right? Feeling hurt, feeling rejected. In terms of his RBF that we talked about, people always judge him saying that he's not enjoying it because he's not smiling, or he always has this like bored look, although he's not bored. I talked about my struggle with RBF with him a few episodes ago. But anyway, the point is, this is the first time the show sort of highlighted the specific emotion. And for this case, it's rejection. And I wonder what this 100% will look like under the lens of rejection and how that's different than the previous sadness and anger. Fascinating. Muto's brain is fried. Yup. Muto's fried, absolutely. Wow. Wait, who is this guy? Maybe he is more powerful than Scars. Because he doesn't have a scar, but sounds like he's seemingly on par or even more powerful. Who is he? Is this the division leader? Oh no, can't be. Huh. Mob lost because of his rejection, because the hypnosis reactivated his unprocessed trauma, unhealed trauma of hurting Ritsu, which is his biggest fear. So Mob didn't lose to Muto, Mob didn't lose to psychic power, Mob lost to his own unhealed trauma. And this is why we need to work on our trauma. We need to work on our unaddressed, unhealed trauma, Otherwise, that trauma gets reactivated and permeates through our relationships, through our work, our ability to stay focused, right, etc., etc., etc. For Mob, it was oversimplified in terms of he lost. But to us, if we're to extrapolate it, it's much more, right? It's not just about what happened to us. By leaving that scar, speaking of scars, that emotional scar, psychological scars unaddressed, it has long-term implications and it will ripple through. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it, right? If you leave your physical wounds unhealed, and if you don't disinfect it, what happens to it? No matter the sizes of physical wounds, if it left untreated, it will get infected. And infection will infest further. It's the same thing for trauma, right? Whether it's physical trauma or in terms of psychological and emotional trauma. That's why Mob lost. He didn't lose. This is just his trauma taking over.
二人を担いできたあいつ、まさかあいつか。
Who is this guy?
ただいま。あら、他の侵入者も捕まえたのね。
He captured Dimple.
久保君も。
Dimple!
何百匹もの悪霊を放り込んだ孤独の壺。食べ合って残
It's a zoo. We can talk this out. I have no nutritional value. His macronutrients aren't good. Oh, interesting. Wow, that was unexpected. I did not expect Mob's trauma to be reactivated to a point where Mob will lose during this battle and his plan to rescue Ritsu. Fascinating. I feel like all of this is a build-up, and for Mob's maybe question mark state to re-emerge in the next week's episode, or maybe another growth opportunity will present itself. But so far, it looks like all three of them, Ritsu, Mob, and Mob, Teru, and Dimple were all captured. And yeah, I'm very curious to see what happens next week's episode. Anyway, y'all, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy my yapping for this week. And please remember, if you are aware of certain emotional or psychological scars, wounds that is untreated, unhealed, unaddressed, I hope you take this as call to action, as an opportunity to maybe acknowledge them, maybe process them over time as you feel safe and comfortable to do so. Otherwise, they will have other unintended consequences and long-term implications, just like what happened with Mob. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, peace.